Hello.
We are now. Hi.
We are recording now.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Who are you?
I'm Fergus. Fergus Townsend. Fergus Kingston Townsend.
Hi, Fergus Kingston Townsend.
Thanks.
Where are you from?
I'm from Surrey, Leafy Surrey,
Leafy Surrey.
Britain.
In the sticks?
In Great Britain. Yeah, in the sticks.
Okay.
Southwest London.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
It was northeast.
You
South.
always lived there?
Yeah. But I don't feel like I'm from there though. It's not where I identify with.
Okay. Where do you feel like you're from?
Cornwall.
Uh-huh.
Maybe. Cornwall mostly, but also got some pretty extensive Irish roots, but just haven't really been able to explore the country enough to engage with those, that side of me.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 22 years old.
And what are you doing right now? What occupation-wise?
I'm a student, photography student.
Okay.
Don't have a job as such.
No. Okay, you've come from Surrey, the leafy place. It's not what you said, but I remember leafy. And you've come down to Cornwall.
Mm-hmm.
Also where you're sort of from, to study photography.
Yeah, I'm Cornish.
Yeah. Yeah, we were having this chat earlier actually.
Yeah.
You are quite Cornish.
I think you can sort of intensify your roots a little bit. Like I don't really believe in so if I'm technically I'm quarter Cornish, but I spent every summer down here as a kid. It's what I'm made of those memories. It's it's things I can. That's where I was, where the development happened of Fergus, the man I am today. Which sounds a bit of a cliche going on there, but
No, that's just how it works, I think.
but I got the I got the passion, I got the love for the place.
Yes.
Which I think is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have I got you here today to do?
Just have a chat.
We're having a chat.
We are having a chat. Come on, Seb. Interviewer.
Oh gosh, I only interviewed Bailey like an hour ago, but I think I've had an emotional up and down since then because of having feedback on my own module. That was a thing.
Was that hard for you?
That was a thing.
Right.
Yeah, but here we are now.
Mm.
Not very long after, in a different room. Got a bit more room than me and Bailey had, and I'd like to talk to you about some mundane things. I'd like to make some small talk with you. I'm dying to make some small talk with you. Because
we never do this.
No. Oh wait. I could ask you anything. I'm actually, I don't know where to start. I could ask you so many things right now.
Love, life. Well, that's not really small talk, is it? How are things going?
Let's keep it the least deep.
The least deep.
The least deep.
I think that's going to be. I think that's a problem.
It's going to be hard for you and me. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, just for me. Okay.
It's hard for me as well.
True.
I like to take things into the depths.
Can you tell me, how did we meet?
How did we meet? You messaged me on Instagram. Wasn't very good at replying. About being a mentor.
It's okay. I've forgiven you now.
Well, that's a very much a mentor attitude.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I kind of regret that. I think it would have been a nice thing to do. And I appreciate that you saw. I mean, I guess you asked quite a lot of people, but still.
I had asked quite a few, alright, but no one really replied to me, and that you were included in that. I approached lots of people.
Yeah, I was a bit
being
rubbish.
A student mentor as a student.
I was a bit rubbish.
And yeah, we're on the same course, so
Maybe I can be. Maybe I can try and be more of an unofficial mentor.
Okay.
I mean, I'd try and do that anyway, but just keeping it up,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a good thing to do. Yeah, and then when did we meet in person? What was it?
That's a very good question. I ended up at your house, I think, last October or September.
Was
I
this
ended
with,
up at your house with Harry.
Mr. Harry Carter?
Yeah, that guy.
Yes.
Lovely man.
Lovely man.
And we were just sitting there. I was sitting on your couch.
I don't think this was the first time, though. This wasn't... Because I think we had bus conversations.
I do like a good bus conversation.
I think... Because I'll say what brought us together was... I think we had both been... You more recently than me. And more significantly, I'm going to say. But through a bit of a strange and hard time.
I think I know what you're referring to.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, maybe it was through that, and I think we developed a strong bond.
A bond through our struggle.
Yeah,
for sure.
Just showing support and being open.
Yeah.
Not knowing each other for very long, but getting to know each other quite well. I think in that time, and early on, getting to know each other quite well. Especially in an emotional sense.
Yeah.
I think that was, sort of getting to know each other at kind of some lower points. And it's only been on the way up since.
This is true.
Yeah, it's been all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think generally things have definitely taken a rise in a
A turn for the right. A turn for the best.
Yes.
Have you had any thoughts recently?
Have I had any thoughts
that you'd like to share and have recorded?
Not recorded as such.
What about, I asked Bailey this, but have you had any shower thoughts? Recently? Or any dreams that you'd like to talk about?
Dreamt about sitting next to a younger guy with 4 arms.
That's right, you're telling me, yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit strange.
Where were you in the dream?
I was just sat down. I'm sort of remembering... Often I remember my dreams in more... I'm able to remember the bigger picture, but recently I've been struggling with that.
You were sat down with a person, they had 4 arms.
Yeah.
You can't remember much else.
Yeah.
Okay. That's an interesting one. I feel like maybe dreams is a bad topic actually because they can get quite deep.
Well, I'm not very good at remembering them. I think I need to start writing them down. Yeah.
What would that look like? That's what your journal can be.
Well...
That book, your dream journal. Draw little sketches of what they would look like.
I can't draw.
Okay.
Shame I can't take a camera into my dreams with me.
Oh, what if you can?
Oh, that would be amazing, wouldn't it?
That's cool. Sounded like Inception now. No. It's weird.
Just screenshot your dreams.
Screenshot your meme.
Could be a meme.
Could be a meme in your dream.
Oh yeah, that'd be a fun time.
What was the last meme you remember looking at?
I don't really. It was probably maybe a art school kind of type thing.
Yeah.
But generally, I like what's known on the internet as shit posts.
Okay.
So shit posting.
Yeah.
I think is really, really funny. So people usually put up a selection of images, say on Instagram, sort of seemingly quite random, but they're pictures of situations where it's almost something's being caught in the act. I saw one recently of a man being photographed in a room, and a sledgehammer is about 2 inches from his head, and it's suspended in the air in the photograph. So, by that logic, you can sort of figure out that it's probably been thrown at him.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but so it's a little bit dark.
Sure, the
but
internet can be.
It can be dark, but I think it's just what I find interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I enjoy. I enjoy seeing things on Instagram that probably shouldn't be on Instagram. Not enjoy, that's the wrong word.
Fascination.
There's a fascination to me, just a fascination about
Morbid
humans.
fascination.
Yeah, I mean, some of it's really sad, some of it's really messed up. A lot of. I mean, we're living in a very war-torn world right now. For example, seeing a lot of imagery from Ukraine, seeing images of the struggle, which is quite hard, but I think it's important. It's important for me to see that, and to think about those people. So, yeah.
Okay. This is one I asked Bailey earlier. I'm going to ask you a mundane question now. Are you prepared?
We're prepared to go to sleep.
What was the last thing you ate?
What was the last thing I ate? I ate pasty. Oh, and actually no, that's for lunch. I ate some chili sensation crisps.
Okay.
By Walker's.
Walker's.
Yeah, I think
not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
But you are just name dropping that brand in there. Walker's Sensations chili flavour crisps.
Oh, lovely.
What a delicious crunch and delicious taste.
Well seasoned.
Pick up yours at a local supermarket near you. Tell me about those crisps. What colour are they?
Yellowy. They're quite big cut. You've got the big full potato.
All right.
Yeah,
because sometimes you get small things, but these ones were...
These are proper, sized potatoes.
Okay, and they were proper crispy crisps.
Crispy crisps.
There's like a nice...
Yeah, yeah.
When you
they're fresh crisps, not stale ones.
Okay.
Can't be having that.
You see any, the little red specks where there's chilli on the...
Yeah.
That was nice.
Red and green.
Nice little touch.
And then maybe a little bit of black pepper as well.
Okay.
I think you put that on there.
How was that for you? Did you manage the spice okay?
It's not very spicy. It's more sort of, it's like sweet chili, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. So that was about it.
That was the last one.
They're one of my favourite crisps. I'll say that. Yeah.
You rate those above other crisps?
Above a lot of crisps.
Okay.
It's one of my favourites. I mean, they're always it doesn't have to be Walker's, but I do like chili flavoured crisps. I like those sort of snacks. I'm a terrible person, I like pork scratchings as well. Pork scratchings and a pint.
You sound like a pub right now.
Yeah, it's delicious. It's absolutely delicious.
Do you put the pork scratchings in the pint and then drink it?
No.
Okay. What do you do? Just in case,
I take it.
Someone doesn't understand what.
I take a good sip. Good, sip of the slurp of the pint.
Okay.
A lager.
Feel it fizzing in your mouth.
Maybe a San Miguel or maybe a local one.
We're not sponsored, but pick up a San Miguel in a local supermarket near you.
No,
delicious
it's
taste.
not the same in the supermarket.
Delicious taste of San Miguel.
It's got to be on draft.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I'll take a good slurp, and then yeah, you got to get it when it's fresh, and then I'll open up the packet of pork scratchings. Wouldn't go for the biggest one first. I'll go for like kind of medium size. Yeah.
Oh, is that a thing? Are you trying to save the best for later on?
You got to build up. It's got to be a.
I didn't realise pork scratchings came in different sizes.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Right.
And
just
all
like
sorts
crisps,
of shapes.
I suppose.
More variety in pork scratchings, I would say.
Right.
But I like a nice bell curve. It's just like sort of starting off like kind of smaller and then just getting bigger in size, and then dropping off again.
Okay. As you get like the scratchings.
Well, yeah, because they're
pork scratchings.
Because all the little bits are in the bottom, aren't they?
Yeah. You bought me some chips the other day.
I did, yeah, with vinegar and salt and vinegar.
Yeah, I was out at a venue, at a pub, or place of consuming alcohol. I'm not sure if you call it a pub exactly, but you were coming, you were on your way, and I was like, I'm hungry. Would you be able to pick me up some chips? And you answered the phone, and you were like, yes, sir. And I was very grateful for what you did. And when you called me, I thought you were outside wanting to come in because I was going to go out of the venue and sneak the chips in with my coat. But you actually had just arrived at the chip shop. But instead of waiting for you to get here, I thought I'd walk all the way up the other end of the high street. And
that's very nice of you.
We almost missed each other.
We did.
That was...
But then I spotted you, and then we went down and stood by the on the quay.
Yeah, we did, and we enjoyed that really nice sunset. That was very sweet, an impromptu moment.
And we had a nice little chat.
We did.
Yeah, that was nice. And about memories.
People and the past, and
and how you miss a time spent with an individual that. And that's kind of separate from the following breakdown of said relationship.
That's right. Because
Quite
that was
heavy.
what we originally connected over.
Yeah, pretty much. But I think you weren't thinking about the memories as such at that point because it's too soon. But it was, when we met, it was like you're very raw you're very much within the midst of going through that pain of the breakdown of that relationship.
Yeah, for sure, and arguably we both were, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, you had a longer connection with the person you were with, but I think I'm quite an emotional person, and I'd miss the connection that I would have with people, and not knowing the reasons why things sort of break down is difficult because you're not able to ask those questions at the time. You're just trying to hold yourself together.
We had a few chats.
Yeah, quite a few.
We're doing better now.
Yeah, we're doing better now.
Doing great, yeah.
I think it's important to keep on talking about the harder times, even when it's going good.
Yeah. To lighten it up again, I mean, you lent me some rings a while ago.
I did, some nice stainless steel jewellery.
And it was jewellery that was actually made out of old cutlery, which is quite cool.
It's quite cool. Sustainable. just a sustainable fashion.
I need to confess to you right here and now
Oh dear.
that I couldn't tell you where they were if you asked me to tell you where they were.
Has been a while since I've seen them on you.
They're in a pocket or something like that, okay? I will find them and I will wear them again.
It's not like they were expensive or anything.
Were they?
Well,
They weren't cheap.
they weren't cheap.
Okay, I will find these rings, Fergus. You got me held accountable on tape now. Okay?
Yes.
Gosh. Yeah. What was I going to say? Actually, no. You remember I asked you this morning when I said that we would do this? I said, would you be able to think about something? A creative thing.
Are you going to ambush me here?
I am. What's the creative thing you're working on right now? And this, so the purpose for the creative thing could be, it could be any reason you want. You know, it could be because you feel like it, because someone's birthday's coming up, because it's like a celebration, or because you feel like it. I don't know. But is there something creative you're doing right now? It could be any kind of medium, any kind of expression. What is it, and how's it going?
Well, I'm trying to get some photographs together to put in a book in some sense of chronological order. A book that was given to me by yours truly.
Oh, yeah, that's
Seb,
that's
the
me.
interviewer here. Are you an interviewer?
No, we're just having a chat.
It's not.
Am I your friend?
Yeah, you're one of my.
Would you say?
You're one of my
We know each other.
best friends. You're well up there, mate.
Oh, I love you, man.
Love you too. Yeah.
You're trying to use the sketchbook to put
I
photos
want
together.
to. I'm using the sketchbook to place photos inside that kind of show this period in my time of, or period in my life of growth and an upwards, an ascent in happiness and quality of life.
All right.
As relationships with friends grow and and even within myself, I've got the photos to demonstrate that. And
You're on top right now. You're saying in a sort of way more than you have been, and you want to consolidate that.
Well, yeah, I just want to show the sort of a portion of my life. I think it's quite a good time, and it's inspired by you as well a little bit. Thinking about how you present your own work. I figured it would be a nice thing to do since you gave me the book for my birthday, and you do inspire me as a artist and as a person above all.
This is very touching right now. And now physically touching too. Yeah.
So it's kind of a little bit of an ode to you. Of just photographs of memories with people that we're all close together, close with, and I think it would be a nice place to have it all as a sort of work in progress type thing. I don't want to fill it all at once.
Yeah, I'm getting a good impression of what this is like now.
I don't know whether it should be how confined and strict it should be. I mean, I know I want to do it use the photos that I've taken on film, purely on film, but whether that should only be black and white, or just colour, or both.
Right. So you're still working out finer details here. So you've not started this yet.
Not, but I know I have the photos.
Yeah, and you've got these ideas. Yeah.
Yeah, but and obviously I know the sort of general order that they'll be in.
Okay.
But
what's the first picture you're going to put down?
I imagine either a landscape.
Where of?
Cornwall.
Yeah, where you live.
Yeah. Or a group photograph.
Of the people that you live with, or
just
associate with.
Yes, associate with.
Yeah.
That's
nice. That's a nice beginning chapter, I suppose.
Yeah. Maybe illustrate the photographs as I go along. It's in a sketchbook. It's just a blank sketchbook. No lines on the page or anything.
Yeah. Sort of A4 sketchbook.
Yeah.
Not massive, not tiny.
No.
Yeah.
But hopefully will be intimate nonetheless.
Yeah. I think it's important. It's weird when you start reflecting, not just thinking about reflecting on times, but when you start putting those reflections into physical things, like if you find these photographs and then you print them out and put them in a book, suddenly it's like that becomes more than a memory. It's
a physical memory.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, suddenly that's built up in your mind, and every time you think about it, and every time you put another piece of paper on the page, it's like you're really building this whole thing that exists in a book form, but also in your brain, and it becomes like a whole fortress of memory in a way. Weird. I found that the way I'm working, when I reflect over the past few months and I choose out the pictures I want to represent the past few months, then I print those off, and then it's like I show those around to you guys, my friends, and it's like, oh yeah, I remember that. Some get left out, obviously. Ultimately,
some people or some pictures.
Some pictures, some people. It's weird because we want to live in the moment, but we can't remember everything always, and we can't savor every moment, and we can't have every moment as a big memory. You can only have so many big.
Well, that's not living in the moment, is it? Living in the moment is just that as an expression is very dull.
Living in the moment.
Yeah, I mean that's cutting life down into your current state. It's not thinking about where you've been and who you are and where you're going and what you want to be.
Do you think, is that your interpretation of that right now?
Yeah, I mean, living in the moment doesn't account for memories in my mind. Mm-hmm. I see it as something it's kind of a live fast type attitude. And I'm not saying that's necessarily a bad thing, but I don't think it's a way that you can live your whole life.
Okay. Sometimes you have
I think
to
some people would say that they do.
Sure.
They kind of subscribe to that lifestyle. But yeah, but going back to the book.
Yes.
Have you got any suggestions on how I should do it?
Oh, okay. That's a good question. If you've got the money, then print off more images than you think you like. Don't be too strict about what you might put in there. So you have lots of choice. And then in terms of like the logistics of it, it's only so wide of a page. I don't know what size you want to print. I presume 6 by 4 inches. Is that right?
Yeah,
Like
I
one
want
of
the print to
those
be
print sizes.
of a decent size, but so realistically you could only get, without it looking cluttered,
Yeah.
3 photos per page.
Do you think you'll
If
do
you-
a double page spread? If you've got 2 pages, you'll do 3 on each? Or do you think you'll just do one?
Or if I was to do a double page spread, I think I would do less, so I wouldn't have 6 photos, I might have 4, I'd limit it to 4.
Sure.
Or maybe, so 4, or I could have like a series of 3 and then 1 separate one.
Yeah, if they make sense to you.
Yeah, you gotta think about how they work. But I think I like the idea of having like a series, or like capturing a series of images that capture the a moment that just continues to progress and change, but it's obviously like photographing the same subject, so there's still a consistent narrative going on there.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I've got some photos in mind for that.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I think my main advice would be go for it. Just get it going, because then once you've got it in your hand, you're like, oh, this is well cool. Yeah.
I hope that it would encourage me to print more.
Yeah.
And be more kind of physical with my work, because I think that's the greatest. That's like the high point almost.
That's the thing for you.
That's the thing for me.
Your photographs, you're very talented, I must say. In my opinion.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm not very good at putting myself out there and using my talent to the best of my ability. So then it becomes a problem of growth. Because obviously I want to be better. But you gotta show your work for people to know what you do.
I see.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So.
One last question for you. If I asked you to describe yourself in a word or a few, what comes to your mind? What would you say you are? Fergus Townsend. Fergus Kingston Townsend, sorry. Yeah.
I feel like I lack the vocabulary to answer this question.
Would you like to pass and move on? That's an answer.
Maybe it's just because I'm that great.
You can't even quantify. No.
Put into words.
Yeah, that's a better word. It's a phrase. Yeah. You can't put into words who you are.
No, I think it's more of like. I think for me, like a thought is easier to express who I am, because I go straight to kind of stressful kind of like things that symbolize stress for me, or like my mind goes straight to stressful moments in my sort of life. I think maybe it's just because I'm not the most organised of people, and
so what's it that your mind goes to?
wouldn't say dysfunctional, but just a bit all over the place, but well, maybe a bit all over the place in my mind, but very much in a physical sense. I'm quite, generally I'm quite relaxed. But I see you're quite tired right now.
No? Promise?
It's okay to be tired.
Quite relaxed, but all over the place, maybe in your mind sometimes.
Yeah, I mean that's a bit of a rubbish breakdown of who I am.
I don't think
I don't really like it, but
I think it's hard to put yourself into a definition, but I thought I'd ask anyway.
I would like to have one word, because I feel like that's the intelligent answer.
No, I don't know.
I think that's, well, it's kind of the...
reductive.
Maybe it's just, big-headed answer.
Sure.
It's just one word. It doesn't really say a lot about you.
Okay. I said that was the last question. I did miss a question that I wanted to ask actually. And this one is stressful. Stress Bailey out. But it stresses me out. It stresses a lot of people out. Where do you see yourself next, or what's happening next for you? Where are you going right now?
I'm going home.
Okay.
Going home to Falmouth, going home to Surrey, going to take more pictures, going to be with the people I love, and through doing that for over the next 2-3 years, I hope that I'll find my place of where I want to stay and return to once I've maybe been and seen the people I love, and go back and do work and make art. But how I want to make that art, who I want to make it for, that's a harder question to ask or answer.
Mm-hmm. Still finding those answers.
Yeah. What about you?
Oh gosh, you're really turning it on the questioner this time.
Well, it's not an interview; it's a conversation.
You are correct. I had corrected you on that already. Sheesh, kebabs.
What do you want to be doing professionally? Is what I'm really interested in. And this doesn't have to have a timeline. No,
okay.
It doesn't have to have a.
I've got an answer.
You don't have to say in 5 years.
Okay.
But pitch it to me.
So at the moment it feels like I'm wanting to express how I feel by creating things and making things, right? But that just feels like part of my life's conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
That feels separate from whatever it is I'm going to do.
Yeah, I think that's more of just something you do.
Sure.
But it's not. It's your story. But I'm just interested in how. I don't know. I guess. Cut straight to it. How are you going to make money?
Right. That stuff.
Yeah.
The M word. Moolah. Well, I want to do something that doesn't see me earning that much money. Which is a weird thing to say, but it's also not a weird thing to say. Mainly because I want to do something that's important, and that is community-based, and that is giving.
Mm-hmm.
It's giving, and it treats people well, and it sees people as people and not as price tags or numbers. And, maybe I'm interested in teaching, I'm interested in charity, I'm interested in the environment, stuff like this. I'm interested in litter picking, actually. I don't do that much of it right now. But I think I'd like to do something for a friendly organisation where there's a responsibility to be had, and I would hold a responsibility, and it would be stressful a little bit. I'd have to put the work in. Maybe I wouldn't get that much in return, monetary wise, but I think that doesn't necessarily. I don't know if I want that to be my motivator, because I don't know. I'm a bit skeptical about. I don't know. I think I'd be. I don't know. I just think. I don't know. Anyway,
I will be honest here. I do feel slightly worried for you. I feel like a concerned mother right now.
Sure.
Because I want you to be okay. And yeah, I want you to have a place that you can comfortably call your home. Because
That would be amazing.
I feel like that's important for you.
Yeah, I think that's something I want also is to be surrounded by people that I love and that I want to be around. And I think I'm good at settling myself into places and making a crowd.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, no, you definitely are. But I think it's important that I'd want you to be in a place where you can be settled and not be at risk of the rug being pulled from underneath you. Because
that's my rug.
It's your rug. It's your comfort. It's your basis for who you are within that space. It's what you go back to after your stressful but not very high paying job. Which is fine, but how you would, I worry about how you would, find a place that would be good for that. Do you know where you would live?
No.
What type of place you would live? By the sea, in the city?
No, I don't.
North, south?
I don't.
East, west? In the UK? Not in the UK?
I don't know. I'm still finding out these answers.
Would you live abroad? No? Don't know that?
No, I don't know. Really don't.
Yeah.
Ferg, we've been talking for a while.
I've enjoyed it.
I've enjoyed it too. I'm glad that you have. I think we'll have to finish. We're at 43 minutes.
Been in here for 43 minutes?
We have been.
Wow.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Shall we hug?
Yes. You are wearing a Bear Hug t-shirt right now.
Yeah, my t-shirt
Your
says
favourite Bear Hug t-shirt.
Right.
So warm.
Amazing. Thanks very much, man.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.